Thank you for having me. Sorry about that. Thank you for your time as well, everyone who's on the Zoom now, as well as watching these replays. You're very passionate about Pine Pollen. Got passionate about superfoods um, about 4 or 5 years ago. Heard about things like spirulina, heard about things like sea moss, wheatgrass. Pine pollen came down the pipe like 3 years into the superfood realm, you could say, hearing about things that boost testosterone. I knew that I had low T, was experiencing very low drive, ED in my early 20s, just absolutely ridiculous. And I'm like, what's wrong with me? And here I am now at 33 and feeling better than ever. And the pine pollen is a big piece of that. The Canadian pine pollen is a big piece of that because of, multiple different reasons, guys. It has L-tyrosine, which is a precursor to glutathione production, right? That's one of the amino acids that pine pollen has, L-tyrosine. And glutathione production, glutathione is the strongest antioxidant that the body produces. And so just that right there is so anti-inflammatory and powerful to the immune system with what pine pollen is doing. Also, I'm vegan, so I don't consume any animal flesh at all. So there are many different vegans and people who are plant-based who have amino acid deficiencies because they're not going wide for their amino acids. Well, when we have depleted soil, our fruits and vegetables are not going to have the same amino acids that our grandparents had 50 years ago. So that's currently why we have mangoes with 7 nutrients in them, contrary to 50 like they had 50 years ago. I say all that to say that pine pollen is coming in and, crossing your T's and dotting your I's hormonally, as well as from an amino acid standpoint, where so much of our food on our shelves is missing. They're missing those micronutrients. They're missing those full amino acid profiles. And for those of you who are vegan and vegetarian and you're not consuming any meat, you want to take a look at pine pollen. You want to really find out what this can do for just everything about how you live, for your recovery, for your energy, for your hormones, for everything. It has boosted my testosterone higher than I ever thought that it could be. I did a test a year ago, and honestly, I want to do another test since being on your guys' stuff. But pine pollen was part of my regimen a year ago when I did do my test. And as a raw vegan, I had a 920 total testosterone as a raw vegan. Most raw vegans do not have that high of a testosterone total. Why? Because hormonally, they're thrown off. They probably have a bad gut bacteria, so they're malabsorption, multiple different reasons as to how they got there, right? Well, we need to go wide. And pine pollen is one of those superfoods that I believe every vegan should be consuming. Honestly, every vegan male should be consuming, minimum. It has many great benefits for women as well. I know about those benefits. But from just what you need to do as a man standpoint daily, okay, you want to give up meat? Okay, great. That's awesome. You want to go accomplish things and still have power and you're forced to you want to have pine pollen. Look at how just electrifying this superfood looks. It's sticking straight up. When we think about food and its nature and what it does for the body, walnuts look like a brain, right? Dates can look like poop. They're very fibrous. They help us poop. Pine pollen, it looks electric. It's standing straight up. The literal name for it is pinus. What do you think that associates with? So, the testosterone boosting effects of pine pollen is absolutely incredible. That's number one. Number two, the full amino acid profile. Number three, the vitamin D. Many vegans are vitamin D deficient as well. So you're getting vitamin D, you're getting the testosterone boost, you're getting the full amino acid profile, you're getting the L-tyrosine, the glutathione, you're getting so much with pine pollen. And guys, Canadian pine pollen is the highest quality stuff I've ever had. I've had probably about 5 different brands, And day one of having Canadian pine pollen, I knew this stuff was the best. And I was on the lodgepole for a while. And then I popped in the Ponderosa and I was like, whoa, this stuff is next level. And yeah, Ponderosa is my favorite. Personally, I absolutely love the Ponderosa. Absolutely incredible. And yeah, it's a gift to share pine pollen with the world. Actually, this is another gift. I haven't. I think I was speaking with the person in the top left corner here about Sean. It's a gift to share pine pollen with people. My friend Sean Mike Kelly, he has a podcast with 11 million followers on his podcast. He posts a lot of his clips on his personal Instagram. It's how he grew his podcast. And you know, we got him some pine pollen on the way. And it's just really exciting to be able to share with people who are lacking in different areas. And I just know for sure that if I give them this recommendation, I know for sure that it's going to give them power and vitality like they've never experienced. And Peter is a great example of that as well. Peter being on this call right now, Peter sent me multiple texts like, dude, I'm running freaking 20 miles today. I used to run 1 mile, all just crushing weights I was never crushing before. And just so many different accomplishments that he wasn't, you know, we live in a very toxic society. So with those toxins, we have to balance those toxins out. And to do that, you got to reach wide. Okay, so reach wide, take things like pine pollen, take things like shilajit, things like sea moss. You want to be taking these superfoods if you're plant-based, and, you know, it's just in general, these are just good things for everyone to be taking to really balance the hormones and make sure that we have a full gas tank and live life to the best of our ability. Why? Because the Most High has blessed us with these superfoods. Why not? We should find out what we're capable of. You know, Socrates said, it is a shame for a man to grow old and not find out the beauty and strength which his body is capable of. Pine pollen will help you find out what you're capable of. I'll end it with that.
Yeah, Isaac, thanks, man.
Thanks, Isaac. That's powerful. And are you taking the raw powder, or do you take the tincture?
I got a couple of shots left of the tincture, and I'm saving
you
those
told
for
me you're
a couple
saving
of good
that.
workouts.
Well,
I'm on the powder still. I got a little bit left of the powder, a little bit left of the lodgepole, but to be honest, my Ponderosa is all gone. I got a tiny bit left of the lodgepole.
Well, as a thank you for sharing today, I'm going to be sending you some more tincture and some powder as a little thank you.
Nice.
And we'll hook you up.
Thank you so much, guys.
Isaac is also one of our affiliates and ambassadors. So Isaac has a special promo code, and when he posts on social, he always adds his discount code, and he's one of our frequent payouts. He's making a good little amount of money from referring us business, and we hope that keeps growing.
Absolutely.
And yeah, thank you so much. We hope that you can come up to BC and come see the land and see the harvest in action one day. That's powerful.
You guys, I see you guys are trying to unmute. You go ahead. Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say let's send him a soap too, Maria, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh please.
Yeah.
Please send me a soap. I saw the soap. Oh, please send me a soap.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure.
Before Isaac takes off, Burgess and Saeed, do you wanna say anything?
I just mean, you know, what Isaac was saying is what we've been preaching for a long time. It's nice to know that, you know, obviously we're somewhat, you know, we're owners of the company that sells the product, but obviously we were fans of Pine Pollen before we started, and that's the reason why we started our company. So hearing what you're saying is obviously, like, you know, really nice to hear as well. Like Saeed and I swear by the product. We take it all the time ourselves, and yeah, we really like to educate people the same way you're doing too. So thanks so much for helping us, and just not helping us, but helping everybody, you know, let them be their best selves. So
I know that there's just so many guys out there that were just like me, bro, looking, and they were looking for a way to turn it back on.
Yeah.
And I was just depleted for like 5 years, and I was just hungry though to turn it back on, and Pine Pollen helped me do that in a big way. So thanks guys so much for having me on. I do got to run. Really appreciate y'all. Saeed, nice meeting you as well.
Yeah, good meeting you too, man. Thanks so much. Yeah,
Take
it's
care, brother.
chats back and forth on the Insta. I'm actually in the same room with Burgess. That's why like you guys.
Oh, okay. Hey,
Yeah,
guys.
we're like
You're right here.
we have
Cool.
we have only one going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I mean, it's funny that you say, you know, how you've compared different things and you like it. It's we have a saying in Farsi that's a perfume gives away its quality. You don't have to talk about it. So for us, you know, to hear that back from clients that are using it, that it's good quality, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Absolutely. I love that. Thanks so much, guys, for having me on. I really appreciate y'all.
Thanks, Isaac. We'll
Excited for the
connect
future
again.
as well.
Let us know how we
Take
can
care,
support
Isaac.
you, Isaac. Like, yeah, you're an awesome person. We'd like to work with you. So let's get everything. Let us know how we can help you out in any way.